Home Season 6. We have a beautiful home from Angadipuramm today with us. But before that, let me introduce our panel of judges. Anuj Gopakumar, the Chief Architect of Kumar Group. We also have Sudha, the Architect and Interior Designer of Swasti. So it's time for us to take a look at the Chittatil House from Angadipuramm.
Welcome to Polycab, India's #1 cable and wires company, Dream Home Season 6. Today we will be visiting the house Chittatil. It's situated in Angadipuramm. So let's go in and have a more detailed look about this house. Chittatil House is situated amidst the natural greenery. When we come over here, first thing we notice is the stone pavement, natural stone pavement all across, and we have a very good landscape that just like it flows downwards towards the house. The house is structured in a traditional manner. It can accommodate close to 3 cars at the same time. The house has a simple compound wall and there are 2 gates. One gate is for the vehicle movement and another gate is for people who can just walk inside the house. And there's also a walkway built up which leads to the house, and on both sides it's greenery. The sit out is also done up in a traditional manner. When you look around, the furniture that has been arranged has got some royal kind of look. Over here we have steel railings over here as a barrier. The flooring is done in granite. On the ceiling part it's kept plain in white in color, and if you look at the windows, again they have given lighter shades for the windows. All are wooden windows has been used. The door also is a kind of unique because again we have a window, a large window on one side, and the door is accommodated. The door also has a detailed designing. The car parking is located very next to sit out. When you leave from the car, you can easily enter inside the house. The foyer area invites us inside the house. We have granite for the floorings. As for the ceiling, we have false ceiling with light inserts inside, and there's a beautiful painting also on one of the walls. The main attraction over here is the partition that they have done up so that you can easily view whoever comes outside in the car park area. It has been partitioned using a toughened glass, and wooden pillars has been used with steel inserts. This is the living area. TV stand has been created, a special place is being created for it. We have common matching sofas also. Living area has been created in such a way that it's one step lower than the other areas, and granite platform has been provided for the steps. And when we come on to the living area, the flooring is wooden, and you can see it's a double heighted ceiling. Chandelier has been provided to beautify the room. And we have windows, small windows all across it, so that there is an ease of access for air and sunlight. Just behind the living area is the dining space. The flooring has been given granite as of the other rooms. On the upper side, on the ceiling, they have provided pergola with toughened glass on the top, so that proper sunlight can reach inside the dining area all throughout the day. A 6-table chair is arranged in the dining section. There's a wash basin also nearby. It's also tucked inside a column so that no space has been overlooked. And on one side, there's a table with granite top, so you can keep some artifacts and fruits and all on sections. And there's also storage cabins has been created just behind, just below the granite platform. On my behind, you can see it's a complete wall unit has been created. A door is placed along with windows on both sides. There's also a false ceiling that surrounds the dining area. It has LED inserted lights also. After the passageway in front of the dining hall, it leads us to the bedrooms. There's a master bedroom on my right hand side. On my left is the kitchen. There's a sandwich glass has been provided to enhance the beauty of the wall over here. We have a prayer section over here, and niches has been created from plywood boards over here, so that some artifacts can be placed. A beautiful clock also adorns the area. This is a master bedroom over here. For the flooring, granite follows inside the master room as well. You can see violet color with a merging of white has been used for the room theme. For curtains also they have used violet and white. On this wall unit, they have created a very good wall unit over here with which has niches inside it, so that artifacts can be placed over there, and very good lighting is also provided to it to illuminate whatever is inside those niches. We have a king size bed over here. A small little coffee table is also provided. A TV is also provided in the bedroom, and then we have a wardrobe space. One of the walls has been efficiently used as a wardrobe section. Is a modular one. You can see the tiles has been provided, wood finish tiles has been provided for the floorings. The ceiling has been kept simple with just 2 lights and a fan. Granite platform has been provided. For modular kitchen section, red and white combination colors has been used for it. And then a single pattern follows all through the kitchen area. If you look around, there are 2 huge windows to provide proper air circulation, and that windows overlooks the courtyard. So whenever you are cooking, your mood is corrected by seeing a good patch over there. And onto one side, there's a small breakfast table which is joined to a false ceiling and a very small but efficiently good looking wall unit. Next to the kitchen, work area is also provided, and a servant bedroom is also there. There is also a passageway which leads outside to the other side of the courtyard. A staircase with a combination of granite and steel railings has been provided. Behind me you can see it's a tall wall. So to create an impression, artistic impression, they have used texture painting over it. It gives us an impression it's a wallpaper, but it's not a wallpaper, it's a texture painting done very beautifully. And there's a large window also provided onto the wall, so that proper ventilation is done, and also sunlight can reach to the inside of the rooms. The flooring changes when we reach on the first floor. From granite it changes to matte finish vitrified tiles. A very good balcony has been provided onto the first floor of the building. When easily it can accommodate close to 5-6 people. You can spend your quality time over here in the evening for as long as you are looking on the front side of the house. A very good view you can have it from here, a green patch of land surrounded by trees and all. So that's it from here. See you in next episode. Till then, have fun, take care, bye bye.
Alright, so let's start with you today. What do you have to say about the exteriors and landscape of this house?
The house is set well below the road level, steep topography leading to the house. I'm very glad they built it as it was, basically because the tendency now is to keep raising it and artificially creating a mound so that the house doesn't get flooded. It is a requirement, but it can be very well solved within the natural landscape itself. So it's beautifully kept tucked away below. In fact, I think the first floor level comes at par with the gate, so it's that low. It's almost a full floor lower, and they've created a lot of steps and terrains leading up to the house. The idea of a separate pedestrian path is nice that they have done that, and a driveway, a rather steep driveway is going down into the house. But it's planned very well so that you can reverse and come up. There's enough space for that. The house is also built with sloping roofs based on the terrain, but I somehow felt there was a lack of detailing in the design. All in all, it's a very simple house, and it's taken advantage of the slope, so you really see the house as you come in.
Alright, thank you, Anuj.
This house is actually, like Sudha said, set on a much lower level than the road. So one of the most important factors is that the roof is going to be seen as soon as you come into the house. The roof is going to be prominent. Many a times you're looking up into the house, but in this case you're looking down into the house. So roof actually is a very important element here. I think there was a lot of scope to play with the roof of the house. It's too simple, and much more elements could have been added, or levels could have been done and made it much more dynamic. The gate design is also very simple and nice. I like that.
Alright, and how do you assess the interiors of the house?
Yes, a lot of effort has gone into the interiors, extensive woodwork as we see it. It's all that heavy woodwork that goes into a standard Kerala house. Everything has been used there. The level difference again creates a nice feel here, because again you have sloped down into the house, so you might as well have more dips and lifts inside the house. So that is also nice. There is a repetitive bold design. I think it's of the grill board that comes inside. It's seen all over the place. I don't know if such a bold design is required there, basically because the highlighting feature would be the elements in the house and not just a design pattern that repeats itself throughout. I think that could have been avoided. I like the skylighting idea inside the dining room. It's really nice. I hope the heat won't come in along with it, but otherwise it's a lovely effect. The dining area itself feels like you're sitting outside and having a lunch or a dinner, so it's a nice feel. It's a red and white combo, which I would prefer not to have had. Maybe in this house the kitchen could have been wood, wherein it would have matched better with the rest of the ambience. Again, the red is coming in again into the bedrooms also, where you have wood and red again, so sometimes the colors could have been toned down. The balcony is beautiful because it gives you a full view into the exterior of the house.
All right, thank you. And you, Anuj?
The entrance foyer leading into the house which is nice. It has a very nice ceiling design. I felt that the flooring could have been much more simpler. There's a lot of pattern on the flooring. The living room is double height with the wooden flooring, which is nice. I like the partition kind of. There's a TV panel which is nicely done. It's like a half height TV panel between the partition, half height TV panel partitioning the living and the dining. So that element looks good. And I love the light coming into the dining room, the skylight. I do not know whether they'll be able to control the light because at different times of the day or different times of the year the light will change, so sometimes you'll have very bright light in the dining. So if they can control it, then it's a very interesting feature. Even the curtains have been done very simple in the house. It's very nice and elegant. The bedrooms, one of the bedrooms I saw very interesting back panel with a lot of niches. The niches are nice, but there's too many of them and too many elements happening there, but the curtains are very simple, so it's kind of not taking it away. So this is when it's important to ensure that your bedspread should be white, because then because there are already so many other elements, you don't want another pattern element coming on a bedspread, you know. Kitchen is bright, well lit. It's white kitchen with a little splash of red, could have toned down on the red.
Color lighting and decor, Sudha?
Yeah, I like the external lighting that they've done, a little small lights on the compound wall, so that's very nice, very well thought of. There are certain colors that I didn't think really was required there at all in the first place. The color of the headboard in one of the bedrooms, there was a violet, there was a red. It's really not so required. I thought it could have been very much toned down. And the bedroom also is a bit too bright, so it doesn't feel very relaxing. So on the color side, I'm not all that happy with it, but lighting part, they've taken care of it very well. They've got the required amount of light.
And you?
Well, in terms of lighting, I think a lot of natural light they have tried to bring into the house, which is good. Some task lighting has been done. I mean, some spot lightings have been done in the ceiling from the rafters. You know, I can see some LED spots which they have done. But in terms of the color of the house, I felt I agree with Sudha. There's some areas where the colors have gone off track.
All right, thank you. And the last criteria, which is the value for money.
Overall, for what they've spent, they've got the feel for it. The feeling is there. The ambience has been created where a little more effort into the detailing part would have done well.
And what do you think?
I felt it's a very livable house because it's a very simple house. They've not done much, overdone much. The house also from the exterior looks simple. It looks like a home. They definitely have got the value out of the house, the money they spent.
And so with that, we come to an end with the judgments of the judges. So now let's listen to the scores. Let's start with Sudha. How much would you rate the exteriors of this house?
I'll go for an 18.
18 on 25. And Anuj?
I've given it a 17.
17 on 25. And the interiors? 17 on 25. And interiors?
I have given it an 18 on 25.
18 on 25. The color lighting and decor? 16 on 25. And you?
I have given it a 17 on 25.
17 on 25. And the last one, value for money?
18.
18 on 25. And you?
I also agree with Sudha, it's an 18 on 25.
So the total score for Anuj is 70 on 100. For Sudha it is 69 on 100, and for public it's 35 on 50, and the total on 250 is 174. Today we're going to speak about lighting. Let's start with Sudha.
Let's talk about the landscape lighting. Landscape lighting is not just lighting up the entire landscape. We need to create certain pockets, certain features in landscape. We need to have the use of lighting there, wherein the safety of the passerby, the people, the pedestrians, the driveways, these things have special types of lighting for each activity that happens in the landscape. So as we see in this house, there is a series of steps that take you to the house. So it's very important that that part be highlighted. It's not enough to just light up the whole yard as such at a total. Say suppose you were to put a mask light, the whole thing would be lit, but that's not the way it should be.
Like Sudha said, landscape lighting or the yard lighting is also very important. There are a lot of now fixtures which is coming, like walkovers, where these are fixtures where you can actually walk over the fixture. Nothing will happen to it. It's very strong, rugged fixtures with light coming in from the from the floor. There are drive over lights where you can actually put it onto a driveway, so it can earmark, light can actually earmark the driveway, and even a vehicle goes over it, nothing happens. So there are walkovers and drivovers. A lot of different fixtures are coming. There are washers, even floor washers, which can be put onto the floor, and it can floodlight or like wash light a particular feature of the house or a particular element of the landscape, like a sculpture or a tree. All these things can be done, and defining the pathway when you're walking or driving is very important in landscape lighting. Those are the small attention to detailing which will actually make your landscape look beautiful during the evening.
Thank you so much, and with that we all know lighting definitely highlights and adds beauty to the house. On that note, it's time for us to wind up with today's episode of Polycab, India's #1 cable and wires company, Dream Home Season 6.